time to tune in. Now another Sports Center, it's a movement.
Question of the night. Now, they still lost, but Justin Fields did ball out. He played some pretty dang good football. So question of the night to finish off the show, here it is. Is Justin Fields turning the corner? Is this the point of the season where, I mean, obviously they have a lot of issues with Matt Nagy and play calling, and Justin Fields, Lord have mercy, he is running for his life. But is this the point? Is Justin Fields going to get better from here? I'm going to kick this one off. I like Justin Fields, and I know we've talked about on the show before, Ohio State quarterbacks, they don't always turn out to be good. Matter of fact, I can't think of the last time an Ohio State quarterback was good. But I think Justin Fields changes that. But I will say he seemed different this game. He had more pep in his step. I mean, last week when they lost, my man was crying on the field. Literally. To see someone broken and to come back from that shows character, man. And I appreciate that about someone like that. I really appreciate that about Justin Fields. Now, will Nagy probably make it past this year? Nah, I don't think so. And I think they need a draft super duper heavy for O-line if they want to, kind of do something for the team, do something for the quarterback, let him properly develop. But I think they're headed in the right directions. They not only shocked me this last offseason by drafting him and some other good players, but I'm really excited to take and see what they do in the future with this young man. Overall, I'm going to say yes. Mike, what's your take on it?
Yeah, man, I think two things, right? This game showed more about how much of a mess Matt Nagy is because it's the second week he hasn't played. Justin Fields looking more confident, not under Matt Nagy's play calling. But I think the coach they had filling in, calling the plays, absolutely called a pretty decent game considering the talent they have. He had 175 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, sacked 4 times because their line is questionable. But Justin Fields also had 10 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown. That's what you want to do with Justin Fields, right? He's a quarterback that isn't going to take a bunch of hits. Intentionally, when he's running, he gets out of bounds. He has a cannon. There's literally not a field on the throw he can't make. I just think Matt Nagy's offense is so stupid that it's kind of throwing his whole team off, right? But I think he kind of made some strides. And I think this was an absolute condemnation. Again, they did lose, but they looked pretty competitive at times, and Justin Fields was making the right decisions. I don't know if they pared the playbook down, whoever was calling the plays needs to keep doing that the rest of the year. But I feel like this is a game he could definitely build on for the rest of the season and going into the offseason.
Love it. Adrian, what are your thoughts, sir?
I think it's too early to say if he's turning the corner or not. I think he had a good game. And like Mike said, like you said, you're seeing some things out of him that you want to see in your rookie quarterback. But as we know in the NFL, it's a week-to-week league. If he can continue to build on what he did Sunday, then I'm willing to believe that he's turned the corner. I don't think so. I think they had, some really good play calling. I think he didn't get any help from his defense at all in this game because they had this game and they allowed San Francisco to get back into it. Jimmy Garoppolo probably had one of his best performances as a 49er on Sunday, and really putting the ball in his hands, moving around, making throws, even running some. Like I said, I liked what I saw from Justin Fields. I think he's unquestionably a leader on his team. I think he's winning the hearts of the locker room there. But we keep saying that narrative about the Ohio State quarterbacks. It exists for a reason, and it's true until proven otherwise. And unfortunately for Justin Fields, if the front office doesn't get him somebody that's either going to cater to what his specific skill set is, get him a line that'll help keep him upright so he's not running for his life, because he's not Russell Wilson, right? I think Russell Wilson is probably one of the greatest magicians that we've seen at the quarterback position in terms of not having an offensive line and being able to run. But even Russ, right, that's not sustainable for as many years as it's been going on.
Yeah.
So in his older age, he can't do it like he used to do. So that's a finite window of time that he has to be able to play like that. But they got to get him a line. They've got to get him a solid running game, and they have to get him more weapons than just Allen Robinson and Cole Kmet. He needs a few more threats to help stretch the field and make defenses respect more than just one or two guys. And like I said, and they're going to need some complementary things. If they don't get the person in place head coach wise, and I think Ryan Pace, their GM, needs to go as well. I think both him and Nagy need to be out the door. If they cannot get that front office, I think we're going to watch a really talented player that should be part of this next generation of great quarterbacks. I think he's going to get snuffed out early, not because of anything that was wrong with him, but because he just landed in a dysfunctional spot. And he doesn't have enough talent to overcome dysfunction. And that's not a knock on Justin Fields. There's very few quarterbacks that come into this league that have the talent to overcome dysfunctional organizations. And some of them just don't last. Like, I think the last quarterback that I saw that came into this league that was strong enough to overcome dysfunction, his name is Andrew Luck. He's no longer in the league.
Yeah. True. Hey, if you can't say amen, say ouch. Bears fans, if you're watching this, please don't be too emotional, but go down below in the comment section. Let us know your thoughts. You agree with Adrian? Do you agree with us? Let us know what you think. Maybe you agree, disagree, maybe somewhere in the middle.
Turn 100 for the touchdown. King crown gain inside, leading your town. Hit you faster than the sound. Bad boy, throw it down. Yeah, I'm ill. Not my will. Don't cop a fill the house. Listen to the roaring crowd. Drop a light, calm it down. Heisman all the haters mouth. Superhero hit them wow. Packing more action than bing boom bam pow. Touchdown for the win. We live. Subscribe right now.